Welcome back, friends and viewers. Thanks for coming by and watching this video. This is a second range report I'm doing on the CCI standard velocity 22 long rifle versus Remington SubSonic 22 long rifle rounds. Now, they're both very comparative in feet per second speed. The Remington SubSonics are 38 grain bullet and a velocity of 1,050 feet per second. As you may or may not know, anything below 1,100 feet per second is subsonic. Right around 1,100 or above feet per second is breaking the speed of sound. And so what you're going to be looking at here is the CCI standard, which travels at 1070 feet per second. That's 1,070 feet per second. And I don't take into account where they're landing on the target so much because I adjusted my scope for 6 minutes of angle, and of course that would be at 100 yards, and I'm shooting 50 yards, 50 rounds into each target at 50 yards. So there we have the CCI standard velocity, and this group is really tight. Not one really flyer. They ended up landing like 2 inches above bullseye. Like I said, I adjusted my scope for 6 minutes of angle. So at 50 yards, probably should have adjusted it for 3 minutes or 2 minutes of angle at 50 yards. But there's a really tight group. It's about an inch and a half group at 50 yards. A really, really tight hole there. And next up was the Remington SubSonic rounds, which is more or less like a 3-inch group, and they are pretty much all over the place. So once again, CCI beats out Remington. Last video, CCI beat out Winchester with a very comparative round. To me, it's looking like CCI is the better buy. Yesterday at the local Walmarts, they got in the CCI Stingers, which are very high velocity round, but they are completely inaccurate. They are very wild. I wouldn't buy those. I saw them on the shelf, and they did have some on the shelf, but I passed up on those, as I would rather buy a bullet that's more accurate than the CCI Stingers. So there you have it. There's a flip-flop here. Here's the CCI Standard, and here's the Remington SubSonic. Tell me which one you would rather purchase. I mean, I understand that 22 long rifle right now is at a premium. It's very hard to get a hold of, but if you could have a choice, which one would you choose? I personally would go with the CCI standard velocity over the Remington SubSonics. Remington SubSonics come in at like $5 a box, and the CCI standard comes in at $3.47 a box. So it's about 7.5 cents a round for the CCI standard and 10 cents a round for the SubSonics. All these were shot out of my M&P 1522 with a 16 times scope, and I have a bipod on the front of my rifle, so I don't have a whole lot of human error in my shooting ability. as I aim bullseye for every shot. So there you have it. There's range report. CCI standard wins in my book. Your results may vary, but there you go. As promised, my second range report. And if you guys have any suggestions as to what my next range report should be, go ahead and give me a shout out, and I'll see what I can do to accommodate a request. Anyways, have fun, shoot straight, be safe, and everybody have a good day.